Hello, my name is Johan Falk. I work for Node 1 Scandinavia. This is the fifth exercise in the suite called Documentation Site, included in the Drupal 7 book, The Essentials. I'm going to show you how to execute or carry out this fifth exercise. It is called Tables of Attachments on Comments. And it goes like this. As site member, I want to be able to attach files when commenting on documentation pages, just as I can attach files to documentation collection. When commenting on documentation pages, just as I can attach files to documentation pages. I have to write this in a better way, or I'm just tired. I want these files to be displayed in a table. This is important since file attachments are useful when discussing documentation, while displaying them in a table takes up a little space. Okay. How to demo. Log into the site, post a comment to a documentation page attaching at least one file. Verify that the accepted file types are the same as when attaching files to documentation pages. Verify that the saved comment is displayed with a table, as a table containing the attached file. Okay, so let's go then. Here is the site I'm building up. I will go into structure, content types, and documentation pages. I will even click the manage fields here. Here is the field used for attachments. And the client here explicitly says that it should be the same settings, the same kind of files on the documentation pages as in their comments. And this actually allows me, I think, motivates me to reuse this field. Usually you want to create new fields, and perhaps I should do this if this was a real live case. I would probably create a new field, but it's a good pedagogical example to also reuse fields so you can see how that works. Now, here at the comment tab, comment fields tab, I can change the fields that belong to comments on documentation pages. And I'm gonna add an existing field here. Let's see, we have docs page field, come on, file, there, file. And I'm gonna call it attachments here, just as on the node type. And I'm going to put it just below the comment here. Save. And we get settings just as we did when adding fields to the node type. And we can change some of these settings in this setup here. We can change individually every time we add this field to an entity or an entity bundle. But the settings down here we cannot change per field, per instance. We have to set them globally. For example, number of values, which is kind of interesting and important. Okay, help text. Let's see. Add any files you want to upload upload with this comment. Allowed. This was the list I used when using this field in the node type. File directory, I'm going to call this docs page attachments, I don't know, comments perhaps. I could put them in the same folder, but separating them is probably a wise idea. And I'm going to enable description field, since that was the setting I used in the documentation page as well. Right, unlimited number of values, and save. And then we come to the fun part here that concerns display of fields. So I go into comment display here, and I'm going to display the attachments as a table of files, and then the label will actually not be necessary. And since the client is interested in having files in the managed files in the same way in comments and the main node page, I'm going to change the display at the node type as well. So attachments, no label, and a table of files. And why don't I rearrange this to put topics on top of the body? That's kind of sensible. Images, I'm actually gonna display them as in medium size. If this is, say, screenshots, then it makes sense to display them in a pretty small size and link them to the file. This is not what the client asks for, so I'm kind of doing weird stuff here. You shouldn't do stuff not included in a user story when you develop, because then you risk wasting time, your time and the client's time. So I'm gonna stop here doing bad things. Okay, let's see, did I miss anything? We should be able to post comments attaching files. We should verify that there's the same kind of files and verify that the saved comment is displayed as a table. Well, the files are displayed as tables. I think that's it. Let's have a look in the demonstration screencast coming up soon. Bye!